Hello everyone, welcome back to Madman Review. Let's talk about revolvers. They're the most powerful weapon you can fit in your pocket, other than hand grenades. When I say revolvers, I mean the 357 Magnum Revolvers. It's already clear that the 357 is the best cartridge, as it comes with some advantages that no other cartridge can make. But if you are unfamiliar with the 357 Magnum, allow me to explain. The cartridge used to be called the 357 Remington Magnum, but shortened to just 357 Magnum. If you take the 38 Special and stretch it out, you get the 357 Magnum. But now you might be wondering how this is possible, since the numbers are different and all that. But here's the thing, the numbers are a lie. Both of these cartridges are 35 calibers, so what is up with this confusing designation? The whole mess started a long time ago, when muzzle-loading black powder revolvers were falling out of fashion. The bore-through cylinder was introduced just after the Civil War. Then the classic 36 was measured again and classified as 38. Then came the push for the 38 Special from many renowned individuals such as Elmer Keith. It was clear that there was a dire need for a new cartridge. It needs to be tough enough so that it can handle the pressure from the newer, more powerful loads. Then the 357 Magnum was born. This time the designation is correct, since the cartridge normally uses 357 diameter bullets. Of course, the story does not end there, but I'll end it here since the episode is about the gun, not the cartridge. Nowadays, almost everyone uses 357 Magnum revolvers. In fact, it is so popular that you can find a myriad of options when it comes to sizes, features, and other aesthetics. For this reason, it can be difficult to find the right revolver for you. If that is you, look no further. I'll give you my recommendation based on their intended purposes. As always, you can find the links to these guns in the description below. Subscribe to our channel for more content like this. With that out of the way, these are my top picks for 357 Magnum revolvers. Ruger LCR, best carry gun. The Ruger LCR is an ideal revolver for everyday carry. This 5-shooter is small, light, and can withstand neglect well. The LCR is double action, but if you don't like that, you can get the LCR X, which comes with an external hammer if you want to go single action. You can also choose which barrel length you prefer as well. The LCR had a rocky beginning. Because it's small, people were skeptical about its performance at first. Ruger took a different route in terms of construction and material with the LCR, so it stood out from other revolvers. The original LCR was manufactured using aluminum and polymer, which were unconventional back then, especially for carry revolvers. However, the skepticism eventually died down and was replaced with adoration when those people tried shooting it. The ergonomics and trigger pull are excellent, which brought it much popularity. The Smith & Wesson Model 19, best mid-size revolver. The Model 19 has a long history with its introduction dated back to 1950s. It's now in full production, using a nearly identical blueprint but with a more modern twist. The Model 19 is bulkier and heavier than the LCR, making it less than ideal as a carry gun. Still, its performance is unquestionable. You can bring it with you if you can handle the extra bulk and weight, or keep it in the drawer when someone breaks into your home. Another good thing about the Model 19 is the customization options. There's a lot you can add to this gun, so pick and choose what works for you. The Ruger Redhawk, best field revolver. When it comes to field use, you want something powerful. Stealth is no longer a requirement, so we only look at the gun that can deliver the most powerful punch. For this, I present to you the Ruger Redhawk. This 8-shooter can shoot any heavy load, even the high-pressured ammo that would split other guns in half. In other words, the Ruger Redhawk is pretty much a hand cannon. Fun fact, some ammo has a warning label on them saying that they are meant to be used for overpowered guns such as the Redhawk. To put it in perspective, the Redhawk has the same ammo capacity as the standard 1911, except you're firing the powerful 357 Magnum bullets, not the 45 ACP. The aesthetics are simple with its gorgeous wood grips. It's built to last forever and can withstand a lot of abuse, which is perfect for field use. It can down a lot of angry critters you might encounter when you're out hunting or hiking. About the ammo. Guns alone are only part of the story here. You need to use the right ammo. As mentioned before, if you use a powerful load for the Redhawk in your LCR, your gun will blow up in your face. You want the right ammo for the right gun, both of which are plentiful. For the Ruger LCR, go for the 125 grain bullet case. It might seem weak compared to other bullets, but you could break your own wrist if you fire any heavier loads. Using lighter loads is also useful when you need to practice, since it won't murder your wallet by the time you're confident with your revolver. In this case, you can even use the 38 Special. For mid-size revolvers like the Model 19 have more options. Any bullet between 125 to 135 grain is fine. The heavier weight of the gun helps absorb some of the recoil, so you won't feel the kick as much. Going as far as 158 grain, though, and you'll feel the recoil. Finally, let's talk about the field revolvers. Any ammo works here. The strongest loads can stop anything in its path at a pull of the trigger. Heavy revolvers can absorb a lot of recoil, so you won't feel much if you use weaker loads. So you can train with the Redhawk with 38 specials and you won't feel a thing. That way you can move up to a more powerful load when you feel like you can handle the extra kick. That's all for today. Consider giving us a like if you find this video helpful and tell us what you think in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.